Hey guys, it's Jake from Evolving Daily, and recently I got to play with a buddy's 19 with an RMR, and let's talk about how I think it could and could not be beneficial. Alright, so at a recent class, Frenchie, I'll put a link to his YouTube channel below, we were doing vehicle tactics, and he runs an RMR. I don't know what standard sights, they're black, notch and post, suppressor height, obviously sights. And I've been wanting to play with an RMR. Even if it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, I'm not going to buy one. At least right now, at least for a few years. Because they're expensive. I'm thinking it's like $500-600 for the sight. And then a couple hundred to have your slide milled. And then suppressor sights. And like, it's a huge investment. But I wanted to play with it to see if it's everything that some people make it out to be. Downfalls, is it a great thing for like new shooters to like get your feet wet and get going? So my thoughts going into it is that it might be the equivalent of a red dot on a rifle. Like you can hand anybody an AR with a red dot, show them how to flick a safety off, and they can make hits from 50 yards in like now. It's point and shoot. With the RMR pistol that I ran, no, it's not. It doesn't make life easier. If you pick up your front sight as you're going in, the dot should show up there, does show up there, but there was no overwhelming like, holy shit, this is the way it's supposed to be done. Super unimpressed with it as far as picking up easeability, usabilitization. It's not a direct correlation between it and putting a red dot on a rifle. I use big dots, like them. I was hoping this was like something similar, but just in a red dot form. It's not. I had to adjust. Let's use a trainer gun. I had to adjust my presentation a little bit. Like usually, draw up high, marry the hands out, and I got my big dot every time. I found myself trying to pick up the red dot, which I would warn against anybody who's going to try one. Don't try to pick up the red dot on the way out. Try to pick up the front sight, and as a byproduct, the red dot should be there. Later on down the road, after I've mastered, shooting with a dot, like a big dot, a regular standard sight, I may one day think about putting an RMR or X brand dot on a pistol, but as far as it being the solution to a problem, no. Could it fine tune your shooting after you've gotten pretty good? Yeah, absolutely. There were a few times where it worked a little better than my sights, than standard sights. It was piss poor on the move. And some of this could be training. I only had, an hour's worth of playing with it. With training, I'm sure you could get used to it. But as, I got to where I was picking up that dot because I kind of had to change my presentation from pow to almost riding it in like this, like a car riding a wheelie, instead of just my standard push out. But as soon as you started moving, like you're on target, as soon as I started moving, it didn't matter if it was leaning out from cover to get somebody or like stepping off to the side, it was gone. And I'm sure with more training, I could get used to it, but it's not a solution to a problem. It's a tweak once you get up to where you're, I'm just guessing this, but once you get up to a certain level, it's a tweak. It's not a solution though. Anybody out there who's wanting to get faster or a more point and shoot experience, especially close range, in a hurry, like a real life situation, big dots, excess big dots. If you're not sure on what a excess big dot, what I'm talking about, It's just a great big huge front dot, a very shallow V in the back, and that's it. That's your sight picture. Up your target. Like you put the dot on top of it, pow! It's not this fine-tuned, high-speed, everything blacked out, get her in there, level, 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 even. No. It's get the dot on it and shoot them. Which for most people, you know, defensive shooters, guys that can't get out to the range, those things, big dots. The RMR, not the solution. Now, I'm sure people are going to jump in here and hate all over me. Yeah, I'm sure with hundreds of hours of, you know, dry fire practice and pushing out, you'll pick that thing up right away. If the solution to not being able to find the dot is to just use your front sight, then the dot will appear, well then choose your damn front sight. Like, it's pretty simple to me. And I could change my opinion after a year and get to play with it more, things like that. But as far as, you know, if you're sitting there right now thinking, man, I can't shoot. I have a hard time getting out and getting a good shot, first shot, or whatever it is, or maybe it'll be better on the move. It's not. The RMR is not the solution to your problem. The solution, the one that you're going to want is an XS big dot. The one that you actually need is proper training and practice and dry fire practice like a bunch. But if any of that made sense, then you're among the collective of weirdos like me. But guys, that's just my take on getting to play with one for an hour or so. Appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe. Give your hateful comments below. You need to be prepared to thrive while others survive. Thanks.